Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining us today. Hello, Susanna.
Hi, Abram.
Today, Susanna and I will be discussing a very important topic that everyone should really try to be aware of. And that topic is the power of responsible thinking. So what is a thought? Susanna, what is your interpretation of thought? What is a thought?
My interpretation of thought is energy, and that thoughts are pulsations. I was doing a reading for someone, and the deceased person that was coming through, had explained to me where he was in what we call the other side, in energy form and spirit form. And he was explaining to me how it works for him is that he finds himself basically in nothingness, but his thoughts are projected outward in a very fast pulsating way. It's all energy, and the pulsations are so fast that it creates whatever he wants to create, whether someone is in physical reality like we are, and our thoughts are pulsations, and the pulsations are so rapid that we have no idea what we're doing, and it seems seamless. And this was the explanation that he was giving me in that reading. So that's basically what I think about thought.
Very good explanation also, my friend. Thank you for that. Many people think that the brain thinks. The brain creates thought. I have said in the past, everyone is just an idea. Thoughts then are just ideas that exist throughout your known universe and other universes as well. They exist as, yes, energy impulses. Being that everything is an idea, everything becomes energy. You are energy. Everything can only be energy, because energy is all that there is, my friends. So being that you are energy, when you have a thought, what happens is you as energy will connect with the energy impulses found in the universe. And when there is, let me put it this way, a matching of energies between you and what you call a thought, then the thought will be within you. Has nothing to do with your brain. Being that you are energy, you can have a thought in your chest, in your back, in your foot, in your hand, in your arms, in your legs. Thoughts are everywhere, not just from or in or because of the brain. When you think, you create an image in your mind of what you are thinking about. Then comes the long explanation and conversation with and within yourself. So a thought takes a long time for you to think and to realize and to act with and upon. There is a better way to think. Remember those images that I just said. When you have a thought, you create those images, or they are creating themselves. Either way will be fine. If you can just view the image and let it go and move on, this is the best way to think, the quickest way to think. And you will be leaving more room for more thoughts to come to you within you so that you can express them and act upon them or react to them, depending on what the thought and image are all about. Thinking in this way, you need to understand that the image contains all the information that is found within your long conversation that you have with and within yourself about the thought. It contains all the information. So just quickly viewing the image, what you are doing is you are absorbing all of the energy of the image. That means you are absorbing all of the information found in that long conversation that you have within yourself. So rather than have a thought and begin thinking or trying to understand it by having a long conversation with yourself, let go of conversing with yourself. Let go of the conversation. And just view the image. Understand that you are, since you are energy, since the image is energy, you are becoming all of the information found in that image. So you don't have to have any long conversations or even short conversations with yourself. And the sooner that you can let go of that image, you will have another image because you will have another thought. How many thoughts do you have in a day? Too many to count, because you are always thinking. Now, many times, these thoughts as energy impulses will instruct the brain, because I have said in the past that the brain is a computing device. You give it instructions, it carries out the instructions and gives you an end result. So take, for example, your reality. You think you would like to have something different to be about your reality. Maybe a more pleasant reality, an easier, peaceful reality. When you can merge with the idea, the energy of peace found in the universe, the energy found in the universe, as I have said, then the thought will be born within you. Again, could be in your foot, your arm, your leg, your back, your chest, could be anywhere. Not the brain, not the brain. That thought as an energy impulse will instruct the brain to emit energy impulses and recreate portions of your reality that will appear to be much more peaceful for you. Now, of course, you know by now, and if you do not, you should know by now, and I use the word should in a positive sense this time, you should know by now that reality is an illusion. Because, as I have said time and time again, there is only energy. Everything, everyone is only energy. There is only, and there can only be energy. Because energy is the basis of creating and the creation of everything and everyone. So at this point, Susanna, what do you have to add?
I've had several experiences with that. In the dream state, if you'll notice when you're dreaming, it's all telepathic communication and thought is rapid. And you can be in one place 1 minute and another place another minute or second or millisecond. And the thought, there's no process to thinking, it just is. So that's one experience I've had with what you're talking about. Another experience I had was in the waking state where I had a vision, a scene in my mind, and within a millisecond, like you were talking about, all the information that I needed to know about that visual was in there.
Absolutely.
And it just went, and that was it. It was there and gone, and I received the information, and it was like, holy smokes, what an easier way to think.
Absolutely.
And doing readings for people, the people that come in spirit, that's the way they think. It's telepathic. I receive information. They may give me a feeling or they may give me a thought. And within that feeling or that thought is probably a paragraph or two of information, which then I process and interpret. But it's just like that. It's amazing.
Snap your finger again.
Oh, not very good.
One more time. Everything is like that. Everything happens that quickly. You think things take time. because of your belief in time. If you had no belief in time, because there is no time really, then you would just understand that everything happens, snap your finger, that quickly. That was a good one, thank you.
Thank you.
Everything happens that quickly. Everything in life and in death happens that quickly. And in the dream state, thought creates everything. The energy that you call thought creates everything in the dream. Everyone, you, every situation, everything that happens, everything that does not happen in the dream. And many times you will dream and nothing will happen in the dream. But when you awaken, you will have a sense of, well, something happened while I was sleeping. I don't know if I was out of my body traveling the universe, or if I was in a crazy dream and got stuck and could not get out of. No matter if something seems to happen or not happen in a dream, everything is happening. Snap it. Thank you. That quickly. That quickly. Now, many people, not all, but many people, live their lives the same old way, over and over again, getting the same results over and over again, because they do not know that they can think differently. I tell people many times, to change your reality, all you have to do is change your thinking slightly. Slightly, not all at once. Maybe think one new thing about yourself every day. Just one thing. In doing that, you are literally recreating your reality. People don't know that also. Most people do not know that. Some people do. And they do that. And they change their reality. And good for them. So those who do not know that, if you can change just one thought about yourself, have a different kind of thought about yourself, a good thought about yourself, every day, just one thought every day, you will see your reality changing completely. Because you are recreating your reality by recreating yourself. Because your reality is an extension of you. And probably you know this by now. If you do not know this by now, now you know this. Those people who live their lives over and over again, the same old way, doing the same thing, thinking the same thoughts, getting the same results, what they need to do, and I use the word need in a positive sense this time again, they need to begin thinking responsibly. Well, what do you mean by that? What do you think I mean by that, Susanna?
My interpretation would be how you think about yourself, how you think about others, we all need to take responsibility for how we think, how we feel, the action that we take because of our thoughts and our emotions, because it all comes down to each individual and taking responsibility of who you are, what you think, how you feel, and how you treat others, and how you treat the world.
No, I don't agree. I don't want to be responsible for myself. I want God to be responsible for me so He can fix it. I've told you before, God is not a he, not a she, not an it. God is an idea. God will not take care of you, no matter what you think. You can disagree or you can agree. That'll be up to you. And I honor how you agree or disagree with me on that point. If you take responsibility for what you think and how you act, really take responsibility for that, then you can understand responsible thinking and change your thinking. To me, responsible thinking is thinking of how you can take care of other people, how you can treat your universe, because it always gives you what you want and or need. How you can take care of, especially take care of your planet Earth. because too many people have been abusing your planet Earth, and you probably know this by now, and you will also probably know that your Earth is talking back. It is becoming angry. Weather patterns are changing, more tornadoes, more hurricanes, more storms, more violent storms, earthquakes, tsunamis, and all the rest. Ice is melting, seas are rising. Your Earth has become angry. It is like a baby. I have said this before, and I will say it again, just to refresh your memory, in case you have forgotten this. Babies need nurturing. They need love. They need to be taken care of. They cannot do that by themselves. They are too little, too fragile, and too young. Your Earth needs love. It needs nurturing. It does not need to be abused any longer. I cannot stress this enough. Many people are saying the same thing, and they are right. So people had better begin listening to those who are saying the same thing I am saying right now. And they really need to, again, need in a positive sense, need to responsibly think. How can I take care of people in a more compassionate, better way? What can I do for my planet Earth? Can I plant a tree? Can I plant flowers? Can I just walk among nature and become a part of nature? Do what you can do to take care of your planet Earth. Do what you can do. Susanna, what do you have?
In thinking of taking care of the planet and doing what we can, I can attest to taking care of your own space. You can begin there, taking care of the space that you live in and how you can provide for nature. Some people may think I'm a little crazy, but I talk to my plants, I talk to the grass,
Stop talking, thank you. Let me interrupt you. Have you talked to nature? Have you talked to your plants? Have you talked to your tree? No? Try it. Just try it and see what happens for you. Thank you for allowing me to interrupt you. Continue.
You're quite welcome. You're always welcome to do that.
And then I will do it again.
Okay. I'll look forward to it.
All right.
I am literally a tree hugger. I will hug my trees.
Wait a minute. You are a tree hugger?
I am.
Is that like the old-fashioned hippie? Do hippies hug trees? Do you hug trees? What do you get from hugging a tree? A tree is dead.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There are many scientists and people discovering that the roots of the tree, there's a whole system of roots with trees and they communicate with one another. And I'm starting to get a little emotional about this.
Nature is all about emotion, my friend.
If you talk to your trees, you touch your trees, or you hug your trees in your personal space or out in a park or wherever you want to do this, and I don't care what people think about me, if I'll go up to, I'll talk to anything or anyone out in public, you can begin to have communication with the living things that are around you. And I've been gardening for probably 30 years now. And I get a sense of my yard. I get a sense of where plants might be happy.
So you feel your yard.
I do.
Good for you.
I do. And I talk to my yard and I ask the plants where they might like to be planted.
And I suppose now you're going to tell me that they talk back to you?
That they do.
All right, if you say so.
And it's all on an emotional and energetic level.
And I agree, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So, what were we talking about?
Finding a good place for your plants. Let them tell you where they would like to be planted in the ground.
That's where you can begin. That is where you can begin. You can also, and I've done this with the backyard, you can with the World Wildlife Federation, you can list your yard, your backyard, your front yard as a natural habitat, which I have done for our space. And that is providing food and shelter and water and places for birds and animals, bees and pollinators and things like that.
We are human beings. We are above everything else. Oh. What does it matter if animals eat?
Everybody needs to eat. Everyone.
So you have a habitat?
We do.
Are you proud of your habitat?
I'm very proud. Very proud.
I am proud of you.
Thank you.
For you, for being proud. Thank you. And of course, everything needs to eat, of course. And to interrupt you again,
that's okay.
Which I will most likely do again and again.
Okay.
When I said a tree is dead, if it was dead, it would not grow leaves. So never think something is dead, because when you think dead, think living continually, not dead, living continually. Things do die, but they come back alive over and over again. So do you. Continue, my friend.
May I interject something that bothers me from time to time?
Absolutely.
About responsible thinking.
Absolutely.
Responsible thinking is also taking care of yourself. It's taking responsibility for yourself. It's taking responsibility for how you feel, what kind of relationships you are in. If you are in a toxic environment, whether that's at home, at work, with friends, or some kind of relationship, there's responsibility for how you feel and how you react to that. And we react to things like that and stress in numerous ways. We may get depressed. We may start losing the ability to concentrate, and we lose our thoughts. You may be sleepless. Now, there are people, and I respect everyone's belief system, but there are things that I wholeheartedly disagree with. And one of the things that I wholeheartedly disagree with is blaming those feelings and those reactions that you're having within your body on entities who want to attach themselves to you. I do not agree with that at all.
Don't make me laugh. If I was able to laugh.
You laugh a lot.
But you cannot hear it.
No, but you have a great sense of humor.
Absolutely. And I intend to keep it that way, because when you have a good sense of humor, you are not thinking about how to rape your planet Earth more, how to destroy nature more, so on and so on. So continue.
Mm-hmm. So that's about it. Irresponsible thinking to me is blaming, playing the blame game, blaming other people, blaming the environment, blaming whatever is on the outside of yourself, and blaming spirits because you're feeling of low energy or you may be depressed, that you're attracting that same kind of entity or spirit to you, and they're attached to you, and you need to be cleared. May I be frank?
You can be Frank, you can be Myrtle, you can be Mary, you can be anything.
I think it's bullshit.
Absolutely.
That's the way I feel about it. It's just pure bullshit.
Absolutely. And I agree with that.
This is fun.
Spirits have their own reality to take care of. They really have no time to attach themselves to you or anyone else for any reason, good or bad. People come up with some very creative ideas. Spirits will attach themselves to you, and they will suck your energy from you, and they will make you feel low on energy and like a victim. You do it all to yourself. As Susanna said, do not blame spirits. When things don't work right in your reality, don't blame God either. Don't blame yourself either. Just change things by changing your thinking. This is all you need to do. Change your thinking. And of course, this is a very easy thing to do. And when you begin doing it, you will really enjoy doing it because you will see the outcome of your change in thinking. I guarantee it. Anything else, Susanna?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so either. I think we have covered most things about responsible thinking. Just think about how you can take care of other people in a more compassionate, productive, creative way. Think about how you can take care of your planet Earth in a better, more constructive, positive, compassionate way because it needs compassion from you. Think about all of those little animals that need to be fed. Yes, they do need to eat. They also need to be loved and taken care of. So does your universe. It is big. Your universe is big and it is growing and growing and growing and growing. Take care of it. At night, look up into the sky and talk to it. Talk to it. It will always answer you back, my friends. I've enjoyed being with you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Susanna.
Thank you.
I love all of you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy thinking responsibly. And we will see you again. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.